Snake, this is Sergeant First Class Spectacular. And you're not the only one that can do an unnecessarily deep voice. You're out in the field, correct? Alright, here's what we need you to do. We need you to infiltrate that base. Take down the mercenary who looks like other mercenaries because they're not indistinguishable. Yeah, what? Yeah. Hey, you know what? I just thought about something. You've got a whole team of people back here at Mother Base that can help you invade that land. Well, it's just my advice that you come back here and use the team that's at your disposal instead of just taking one companion with you. I mean, what's a horse really going to do for you? Who told you that? Master Miller. That guy's only got one leg and one arm, and he wears glasses all day. Who wears glasses every day, all day? You got a good point. All right, Snake, if you want to do this alone, knock yourself out. Sergeant First Class Spectacular. Signing off the net. I'm out. Welcome back to Gaming So Spectacular, and I am Sergeant First Class Spectacular, back on the mic to rock your body right. Hey, look, guys, I love the series of Metal Gear Solid. From its days dating back to the Nintendo Entertainment System, to its first days on the PS1, all the way until the PS3. I've loved every minute of Metal Gear Solid. But with the announcement of Metal Gear Solid 5, I was a little bit skeptical, as some of you may have been. I mean, let's face it, the series is getting old. Kojima got booted off. A lot of bad press. But you know what? We're not here to talk about it. We're here to review this game. Today we review Metal Gear Solid 5.
Once again, it's time for a sequel. And once again, this sequel is a prequel. With that being said, unless you follow certain game series, from their inception, you will be lost when it treads in prequel land. Metal Gear Solid has always maintained a high reputation, whether it was a progressive or a regressive storyline. In the case of The Phantom Pain, a prequel yet again seems to water things down for the series. Nevertheless, The Phantom Pain stands on its own merit. The big thing for any fan of the series is to connect the dots set by the original Metal Gear on the NES. Filled with unexpected twists and turns, Metal Gear Solid The Phantom Pain will shock you at some point during its sparse story. The question everyone wants to know is, does Phantom Pain rank among the elite titles on the market? Join this journey as we take a look and find out.
What took you so long?
Can you hear me? Please listen and try not to panic. You've been in a coma for quite some time. I'm afraid it's been 9 years. Try not to panic. Wait a second. I'm going to change your appearance.
Been watching over you for 9 years. You can call me Ismail. What the hell is going on? Well, the good news is, you're in the land of the living. Bad news? The whole world wants you dead. On your feet, soldier. The whole place is coming down.
V has come too.
9 years after the events in Ground Zeroes, Snake, aka Big Boss, wakes up from a coma in a hospital. Over several weeks, Snake slowly tries to recover from his ordeal. While he undergoes this, the hospital is invaded, but a fellow bedmate named Ishmael saves him from an assassination attempt on his life. He manages to escape the hospital and meets up with Revolver Ocelot, where he starts to plan his revenge. Thus, the story begins. After these events, the story is very slow to progress. When the story does surface, it hits as hard as any other Metal Gear before it.
You're a legend in the eyes of those who live on the battlefield. That's why you have to handle this mission yourself.
No one should have been in doubt that this game would look as good as it does. From the minute you start, you will be treated to a visual force matched only by Batman the Arkham Knight. Although you can tell the difference in true cutscenes and actual gameplay, it's still excellent in its visual presentation. The player models are painstakingly constructed with very meticulous detail. Whether it's an animal, a vehicle, or the backgrounds, an extensive amount of time has been put into the look and feel of this game. On the other hand, the motion capture of certain things is a bit off. Snake is a bit jittery when walking, sneaking, and other movements. Apparently, while Snake crawls through the sand, he leaves no trail. In addition to that, he leaves no footprints. A major selling point of other MGS games was that the guards would see your footprints. Now it doesn't matter at all. Overall, the game looks great with a few minor nitpicks. Otherwise, this delivers on almost every visual point you can imagine. The gameplay is almost overwhelming from its onset. There are small attempts to train you on how to play, but it's pretty much learn as you go. With that being said, there is a ton of stuff to learn. Unlike any other MGS before it, the choices and abilities in the Phantom Pain is staggering. The choice to sneak, assault, shoot, build, and many other things is just unbelievable. One playthrough couldn't encompass all of the things possible in this title. Despite all the previously mentioned things, the way you go about controlling Snake's ability is so messy and overcomplicated. In games like Red Dead Redemption, where you ride a horse, it takes one button press to summon your steed. In Phantom Pain, you must first press one button to bring up a menu, then press a direction of the stick to select your choice, and after that, push a stick in to make the choice. This means it would be in your best interest to run, rather than summon your horse to make a speedy getaway. Unlike other games in this series, the player is center stage to make things happen. How and what you make happen is totally up to you. If you just want to tackle the mission and progress, it's on you. If you wish to take the time to plot a strategic takeover of an outpost, once again, it's up to you. Should you want to collect materials along with personnel to build up your mother base, you guessed it, it's up to you. More than any other game before it, besides Peace Walker, this game emphasizes exploration and choice. This is a welcome addition to the gameplay. With an extensive amount of memorable music, this game can be added to the other great games in the series. As a matter of fact, music takes center stage as Snake carries a cassette player with him at all times. You can shift through and listen to any song you want at any given time. Outside the ability that hardware places on gamers to not listen to their own music, this is as close to that ability you will get. We now come to the proverbial elephant in the room, to which some have already addressed. The voice acting in this game is quite a mixed bag. Kiefer Sutherland is not David Hayter. To some people, this may not be a big deal, but to longtime fans, it will matter greatly. It seems that Konami noticed this and did not give Snake an abundance of lines. As for the rest of the cast, they do an awesome job of delivering their lines and accomplish the mission of having the gamer immersed in this make-believe world. As mentioned before, the replay value lies in the player's amount of choice to approach and complete missions. The staggering number of things to collect and discover accompanies those choices. The replay value also rests in the diversity of the missions and the possible outcomes that can be had by playing any of them over and over. In addition to this, there are online options that players can participate in, invade other players' mother base, and watch the sparks fly. The best part is you come away with a rich reward if you successfully invade someone's base. This is a promising feature that will most likely give players a great time. On top of all this, there is a plethora of unlockable and collectible items spread throughout this game. Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain has been under a microscope since its announcement. Many have had different expectations of what this game would be like. In the end, it can be agreed upon that this game delivers a great time. The experience you will take away from this game may not be entirely what you want, but it will be memorable. The Phantom Pain isn't as painful as some might have predicted, but instead, it is a pleasurable romp that at least should be given a try. Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain gets a 9 out of 10.
Now go! Let the legend come back to life.
And there you have it, guys. Metal Gear Solid 5 stacks up pretty well on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the PC. But then again, the competition is really slim these days. Let's just be honest. But even with that being said, this is a great game. And if you're hungry, no, scratch that. Forget being hungry for games. Go get this game now. And that is an order from Sergeant First Class Spectacular. Be back here every Tuesday when I drop something gamer related. That's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. But until next time, if it can't be good, be good at it. Peace. I'm out.
Good sir, I do believe I've shat in my pantaloons.
Wanting regular sex and wanting a relationship. There's eating and then there's shopping. Now, while they both have something to